Hey, what's up? What's up, everybody? It's Iyasha Aya, Raka Fatak, Dr. Akef, and Kinsu coming at y'all live with another video talking about the shadow boxing, the shadow self. I haven't been doing very many high videos, talking about like aliens and shit like that. I've been kind of giving that a rest because I wanted y'all to get this practical application. So let's get some people in here. Hopefully everybody tunes in. It's gonna be going in. So hey, how everybody doing? How everybody doing? Don't mind me, I'm just looking a little rough today. Ugh. Just got up, so we chilling. Just want to touch bases with the folks. You know what I'm saying? I missed y'all. I love y'all. Hopefully y'all have an amazing day. It's been some shit going on around here. You know what I'm saying? I ain't been able to be online too much like that. Been having some things going on. Business is heavy. Things are heavy, so it's getting good. Every time you expand, you know what I'm saying? We expand, I expand. So we just trying to take it in like that, y'all. So, how y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Talk about the shadow self, shadow behaviors, the art of reading mask. What is a mask? The shadow emotions, shadow behaviors, pretty much the dark side of the personalities in the persona. We're going to talk about the evil twin, you know what I'm saying, the double. We're going to talk a little bit about Ishu, legba, various things, try to get y'all in here. So please share the video, share the video, share the video. Talking about shadow selves, shadow behaviors, and things like that. So, how's y'all doing today? Like I said, it's been quite a bit going on. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. So today we're going to be talking about the shadow boxing in the shadow self. So we got 4 people in here. That's great. You know what I'm saying? If we can get some more, that's fine. If not, then it's all good. So we're talking about shadow self and the shadow behaviors. So upon my 2-day journey that I went on into the ancestral realms and stuff like that, I was sitting with various deities with 2 faces, particularly Eshu and Alegba or Alegbra or Legba, where they show the entity having a split down the middle, representing the split of the persona. And you can see this heavily being influenced in the Illuminati mind control agenda, where they're showing you going like this. You know what I'm saying? These are different signs and psychic things to help you see through various dimensions and things like that. So I was sitting with this entity, this deity, this Loa, and some call him a Orisha. That's Olegwa. He's more of the Orisha. But I was sitting with specifically Legba. And he's showing me how the darker self is manifested and how people can build that part of them up magically and stuff like that. But that's a different topic. But basically what he's saying is you have the right and you have the left. People who are children of legba or legwa or whatever, we can work with both hands, as to where certain people can only work with one hand or another hand. So working with both hands, you begin to learn duality and polarities. So you begin to learn, you know what I'm saying, that's what the black and red represents. Black representing the ground, the earth. Red representing the root chakra. You feel me? The roots. You feel me? Representing the 2 personas and the 2 personalities. You know what I'm saying? Red representing the light side of things, and black representing the dark side or the shadow side of these aspects of yourself. But then when you get into it, you start to see other people's aspects of itself. So y'all know I talk heavily about mask. So certain emotions that people are trying to cover up within themselves, they're using as mask. And I can't see y'all guys as greetings. Hey, happy to everyone who's got spell work coming or going on. You know what I'm saying? I just ask y'all be patient with me because I'm trying to make these things all perfected for y'all. So things will be greater later. Just hang in there. But So that's what it shows. So I'm gonna be doing more of a series on that. I do have my SU head and my legba head, like his actual thing. I'm trying to see if I'll get permission to bring him on so y'all can see his face. He's still kind of getting put together, getting painted and stuff. But that's what it represents. Because mine has 4 faces. So basically representing the 4 cardinal directions, but also the 4 cardinal directions of the shadow realm. So when somebody is casting a shadow on you, they're casting their darker side or bringing out or drawing out your darker side. So when it comes to legba, we have the story of legba, but you also have the story of Metcalfu, which is legba's doppelganger. Okay, because legba deals with time. He deals with the roads and the crossroads of time, and also ancient time magicians. Time magicians can actually work with legba on various levels. So what I was seeing and learning the various different patterns of faces. So say you got somebody who's got, like, what I'm saying, who's repressing sad emotions or something like that. You'll see kind of like tears in their mask. You'll see like the shadows of how the light, like right now, you can see the way the shadows and the patterns on my face, are reflecting and deflecting light. So pretty much as I was in these realms, I was in Gide or Guinea or whatever. I was going through the gates of Guinea, traveling, and I was learning about the various different loa and the various different tactics and the different masks, how people repress their emotions and things like that. So yeah, like say somebody's a reptilian, they'll have kind of a reptilian kind of mask. It's all about what a person is projecting from their shadow side. You know what I'm saying? Because the dark side is just as well as the light side, but then you also have the shadows, which is in between. Shadows are in between. They slip through the light in the dark. So this is where we get into the shadows. There's people who have the ability to cast shadows at you. There's people who have the ability to do these things when it comes with that. And he also taught me about tricks and mind games. So you also have to be careful, because your shadow self can cast an illusion upon you and play mind games with you. This is where your own mind is playing tricks on you. This is like if anybody's seen the rap video with Eminem and Dr. Dre, and he's talking about his guilty conscience. You know what I'm saying? How he has they always depict it as what, an angel on one shoulder and a devil on the other shoulder. And this is why I posted the lyrics, "Don't never dance with the devil," because the devil is your darker nature. These are the things that you repress. These are the things that, you know what I'm saying, that you don't want to really act upon, I guess. And then you have people who actually embody those various devils that they are. They embody the various energies like that. So that's a different concept when it comes to magic, because when you come to Illuminati magic, and you're dealing with people who are rapists, who are murderers, who are pedophiles, and they built their magic and their amplification. Magic is just some amplifying your energy. So they are taking on these demonic attributes to them as they perform these rituals and things to them, because they're intensifying that. So hopefully this is all making sense. If I can get some thumbs up, y'all share this video. So they're intensifying that. So okay, checking out thing, gratitude. So they're intensifying that part of themselves. So yeah, when it comes to the shadow and things like that, remember, the greater the light shines, the bigger the shadows. So you learn this when you learn how to navigate, get out of your regular space. This is why I'm outside right now, so we can get out of my regular space and actually, experience some things. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. The shadow self. And when it comes to that, like I said, see, like right now, the light is casting right here, but on the other side is the shadow. So that's what you see the split is. It also represents the multiple personalities that one person can have, because there's also people who are gifted that have multiple personalities or multiple personas. So especially dealing with, you know, the crossroads. So being the point of communication for all the spirits. So this is why you'll see, you know, when you're talking to somebody, you're not necessarily always talking to a person. Did y'all guys know that? You could be talking to not just a darker part of that person, you would be talking to a different spirit inside that person entirely. Just like you could be talking to me right now, there could be a spirit inside of me, which there's not, then and it could be speaking to you, through me. So there's beings that are like that. People are vessels, are houses for spirits. You know what I'm saying? People are vessels and houses for spirits. So you got to know the duality when you're out here shadow boxing, especially when it comes to warfare or witch wars and things like that. So yeah, the shadow boxing with the self. um what else we got? Probably talking quite fast here. Shadow behavior. So yeah, the art of mask reading. So when you're reading mask, right, what you do is you kind of want to set your eyes to kind of a gaze, so where you're able to perceive that. Some people have the natural gift to see mask, and you know what I'm saying, that's just how people do it. If y'all look at all the Illuminati rituals and things like that, these people are all wearing masks, and this deals with hiding the face and creating a new persona, a magical persona, so that way you can amplify those things about yourself. So you can do this in a positive manner by saying, if you want to amplify the aspects of yourself as a fairy or something like that, then go ahead and get things that are around that type of theme, and then you'll find yourself amplifying that type of magic, basically. So yeah, when it comes to the shadow self, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to the shadow world, you are dealing with a whole level of darkness entirely. There's been times where I've seen entire shadows play out scenarios. Like this one time I was with my god brother, and I seen the shadow come and whisper something to him, and then I seen like several other shadows moving around. They were setting up a play, basically. They were setting up the play for what is about to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because the spirit world controls the physical realm. So they're setting up a play for what is about to happen. And I sat there and watched it. I see the shadow go, whisper in his ear. He heard it. You feel me? Through what? His conscience. You feel me? Through his conscience. And through his conscience, peace. And through his conscience, he acted upon it. And the whole scenario played out exactly how the shadows wanted. And when the shadows were done, they left the people, they left the bodies, and went on. Because you have the various beings that feed off of various types of energy. You know what I'm saying? When you think of shadows, you think of you pretty much like darkness. You feel me? Now you have shadows, you have shadow beings too. So you have beings that are umbraic, so to speak, umbrakinetic or umbraic. So umbrakinesis is the ability to turn light to dark. People have seen me do this all the time, when I could turn the light dark around me, or in just any general space. So these are beings that live in the Umbra realm, pretty much. Let's just call it the Umbra realm, or the realm of shadows. So you have spirits and sorcerers and things like that that can actually conjure up these things to send them forth to you. So it's best to know your shadow self and your own shadow behaviors. So the shadow behavior is the behavior that you're not consciously aware of. So it's as simple as, like, you smoke weed, you might accidentally always leave with everybody's lighter. Like me, like I have an issue. I fucking steal people's lighters. I don't be knowing it. You feel me? Or greed or things like that. This is what corrupts the person's soul. Your soul can be corrupted. Did you guys not know that? That your soul can be corrupted. The soul in its pure essence is not corrupt. But when you start to do things, hey. What's up? People keep trying to disrupt this message, but can't stop it. Nah, they can't. So when they are trying to throw me off. I was about to say disrupt this message, but yeah, so you have to take into account your own shadowy nature. So this is how the soul is corrupted. Like the song by Immortal Technique. Yeah, I'm gonna have to play that song one time or whatever for y'all when I go into this series, because we're going to go deep into the like the darkness, the shadow selves. I might start getting some face paint and start showing y'all the various different forms of masks that you can use and wear as a form of psychic defense. I see a little shadow orb a week ago, but coming out of meditation, then it went into the wall, disappeared. Yeah. So not all shadows um, are bad. You have some good shadows. You have watchmen too. Watchmen are these dark shadow beings that I've told y'all stories about as well. That my grandfather was one of those, and when he died. So you have various vessels that these beings travel through different realms. So when the moon is cast, right, the shadows are out, because the moon is associated with what? The mood. It's associated with darkness. It's associated with shadow. So this is why people tend to lean more towards that when you get into magic. You know what I'm saying? This is why you deal with the shadow self, because when you get into magic, you're dealing with especially dark magic, you're dealing with conjuring pain and these things that has happened to you in order to get justice from the universe. So this is why sometimes I gotta like not be online, because I'll have so many people hit me up, but I don't mind. You know what I'm saying? Like I have my business hours, I have my phone hours. Like my life is getting really organized right now. Like we're leveling up business wise like crazy. So don't forget to hit us up for like a reading or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I don't look too spiffy right now, but today is technically like my Sunday. Like you know what I'm saying, like when you're doing nonstop 10-hour rituals and having to do this for this person, then having to keep track of every person's spell, what's their outcome, how to get that outcome for them, and then if it doesn't happen the way that they want to, you got to figure out how to switch it and accommodate them. So it's getting real big, but we're just learning how to organize our spells. You feel me? Organize everybody for everything. We got like a wall where it keeps everybody's names and stuff on and stuff like that. See if you're a satisfied customer or not. You know what I'm saying? For people casting money spells, just be patient. You know what I'm saying? Because how the universe works with a money spell, especially when you're trying to put abundance in, it'll make sure every area of your life is taken care of, so that way the money that you get, you can use for what you want. So that's why I've done plenty of wealth and money spells, and what happens is my house will be taken care of, everything will be happy, everybody will be fine. I'll have food where I didn't have food. I have everything I need of, and then once I have everything around me taken care of, that's when I get blessed with the dollars. So that's another one. But yeah, dealing with the shadow self. So you know what I'm saying, you have amulets and things that help people see to the shadow realm. You know what I'm saying? So some of us, like I said, when we go like this, when I go like this, I could see, you know what I'm saying, from this dimension. I can see from this dimension. You feel me? Then you have your third eye. Then you have your fourth eye. And then you have these points right here. So you have consistent vision all around you. It's up to you whether you can enhance these things, not by spells, but by the inner working to do these things. But when you're dealing with dark magic and people casting dark magic spells at you, you're dealing with the repressed anger and issues that people don't want to face in the world, the things that they don't want you to see. Like if y'all notice right now, the light is switching from light to dark all around me. That's because I'm doing that. I'm showing you a lesson, not just with my words, but with my abilities. Yeah, put you in line, and then the cash will drop. Pretty much facts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Not every request gets granted, but 90%, 99% of my requests get granted for people. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So yeah, definitely the shadow side, the repressed nature, because they were showing me some twisted stuff. And if you don't have the stomach for it, you ain't gonna be able to sit there in these realms and deal with people, learning how people cast illusion spells, learning how people distort your mind, how people can vex you, not just hex you, but vex you to where you're so crossed up that you're worried and your mind is going crazy. There's people who are masters of mind control. I learned about mind control from these things. You know what I'm saying? I learned how you know what I'm saying, because people like me who have certain level of abilities, when you unlock a certain level of your brain power, then you start to not only be be able to control whatever around you. You start to be able to control other animals and people, and it's a hard ability to learn how to fucking control, because you'll find yourself in other people's heads and you're like, all right, let me pull out. But that's why they give people with genuine intentions these abilities versus the people who get these abilities and they start fucking shit up. So yeah, I was looking into all types of dark stuff, like just sitting there watching these realms where there's these magicians and they're out, murdering people, raping people, dissecting humans and stuff like that. They're embodying demonic energies. They're embodying those things that they want to be, and their magic is an application of that. So that's some dark magic. You know what I'm saying? People think they're doing dark magic because they're casting hexes and curses. No, real dark magic is where they're taking people's heads and body parts and, not just animals, and they're doing, heinous shit. That's where it gets from dark to evil. The devil is real, not in the sense of the Bible, but the devil is real in the sense that there is devils around you, that there is devils that are spirits around you. You know what I mean? These devils tempt you. They want to see if you fall off your square. They want to see if they can get you to do these things. So this is why when you guys get out of religion, you need to hold some of these values that they taught you, because it is just a watered down version of it. You know what I'm saying? You got spirits that trick you into addiction. You got spirits that trick you into, doing all types of shit because they like to play tricks on your mind. You know what I'm saying? Your mind is playing tricks on you, so they like to play tricks on you. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Sarah fam? What's up, Farah? I have to move your comments. So you have to understand this. When you're dealing with these things, the shadow nature, you feel me? Not just the shadow, then the darkness. You feel me? Because there's a whole realm that I was going through. And it was crazy because I was in another realm with ancestors. Next thing you know, I'm with legba. Next thing you know, I'm learning about Ishu, the doppelgangers, the evil twins, the jabs, which are like pretty much spiritual hit demons and shit like that witches and sorcerers could send to you. I was just learning a whole bunch of stuff, and then I ended up spending time with Better Insomni. And when I came out of Better Insomni, I was in a grave. And I was laying in a grave, and all of a sudden I popped out of the grave from under the ground, and I had my face painted like a skull. So I started learning about that, skulls and bones, and how to use bones in magic and how to do these things. So you don't necessarily have to have a book. If you got the right person who knows how to get to these things or do these things, they can go into these realms for you. So that's what Supreme Hogans do. They don't talk a lot about astral travel and stuff like that in voodoo and stuff like that. That's because it's held sacred, and it's known as soul traveling or traveling through the gates of Guinea, where you go through all the gates of Guinea and you pretty much go through the infernal realms, and at each gate you're met with a gatekeeper. So at the first gate you're going to be met with legba. At the second gate, you know what I'm saying, you're going to be met with probably like Kalfu, you know what I'm saying, or some variation or trickster of legba. You know what I'm saying? Then you go to the third gate, you're going to be at Eshu. You know what I'm saying? This is why they have so many personas or personalities of various deities. That's why we talked a lot about personifications of certain deities and things like that when it comes to, you know what I'm saying, voodoo, witchcraft, and things like that. So you have the various variations of that. So yeah, when it comes to the shadow side and the shadow nature, you know what I mean? Like I said, forgive me y'all, it's my Sunday. Like when I get into my work for my clients, I get so deep into it that sometimes I start to forget my body. Like you could tell a nigga was astral projected for 3 days straight. You know what I'm saying? Forget my body sometimes. So I'll be having to come out of that, cleanse myself, get myself together, go right back in. Because we're doing some major workings and stuff like that. So we're trying to get the shop going. You know what I'm saying? I tell y'all come on my page. We are at a virtual shop. So pretty much, yeah, the shadow side of things. And when I have the chance or whatever, and I can get another head, maybe I won't use my Alegba head or whatever, or my SU head. I'll use a different one because I like to keep what my work sacred. I might show like a client like a candle that I might lit for them, but the entire working is going to be completely different from what I'm going to show you, because I like to keep what I do secret, because that's how the best magic works, is in secret, especially when you're working with spirits. So this is where you come when you work with spirits. You start working with shadows. You start working with los muertos, or spirits of the dead. You start going to graveyards. You have to learn how to and listen. So if you ever want to learn how to do mediumship or whatever, or practice your mediumship or talking to spirits, make sure you get a pass, you know what I'm saying, and you go to a graveyard. Well, I'm doing some ancestral shit right now. My big granny used to do that. When you lip and you be like smelling their breath. Yeah. So they'll you go there and you just sit at a grave and talk to a spirit at the grave. Be careful though. Be careful what you wear, what you smell like, all that shit when you go to a graveyard. And you sit there and talk and you listen, so that way you can become to be good. Then you listen. You go sit at a good graveyard site. Then if you got enough courage, you go sit at a bad grave site. You know what I'm saying? When you go, so that way you can discern good and bad spirits, from what is a trickster and what's not a trickster, or from what's an imposter and what's not an imposter, or what's trying to harm you or trying to trick you into making pacts and contracts, because that's what these spirits and things try to do. They bind you to you by tricking you into making pacts and contracts, especially when it comes to magic. Because if you want a certain level of magic and you're just a regular person, you feel me, or a regular magic practitioner, which most people are, they're going to have you make pacts and contracts. So that's what varies me and other people. I don't have to make pacts and contracts. I can just go and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? So this is what they form, and this is how you end up with generational curses, because your family members made pacts and contracts with these things, and they sold somebody generations down the line. They sold you or whoever was the firstborn or whatever into to that entity, and now that entity comes to collect. You know what I'm saying? Because after, you know what I'm saying, that's the jabs and what is it? Bakas. So you got the baka, you know what I'm saying? Have actually summoned a djab and a baka before. It is not fun, because your soul can be sold too. There's beings who deal in voodoo and all these things, and they don't deal with spirit. They deal with soul, and they know how to trap your soul in a jar. They know how to sell your soul to somebody else. This is what the going to the crossroads is. You feel me? A lot of Illuminati members and stuff don't want to admit that they practice and they have voodoo Hogan practitioners in their secret societies. They do. They have Hogan practitioners, all that in there. This is why you have Meet Me at the Crossroads and all these musical things and stuff like that they took over. So yeah, but the Crossroads is simply just the realm of spiritual communication. So, but I'm also learning new ways of defensive magic, like negation and things like that. So I'm learning like a real magic, not coming out of no books or nothing or anything like that when it comes to these things. But when it comes to the shadows, you got to be aware of people's shadow self. Watch the energy. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes y'all be moving around too much and y'all don't get to feel the energy around you, or y'all can't even pay attention. You know what I'm saying? Look how spirits communicate. I was doing some work today, and I was using my wand, but before I started using my wand was put up high. Y'all seen where I put it. It'd be up high. And I started noticing more and more how spirits communicate with motherfuckers, because they can't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Unless you're clairvoyant. But not all of them have the ability to talk to you. Some of them are half dead or whatever. So I've got spirits around me all the time. I've got graveyard spirits around me all the time. So I'm getting ready to cast a spell for a client. Whew, lots of them. Because I'm like, yeah, like I said, we gotta have a whole thing, just keep track of all the spells and shit that we be doing. So I'm like, all right, I'm about to cast. I get all my gear and my ceremonial stuff on, because when I perform a ceremony. I'm not just casting a spell. I have to get in specific colors, put on specific pendants and things like that to for your outcome. You know what I'm saying? Things that have to be in certain alignments. There's certain spells that have to be in certain alignment, astrologically as well, in order for these things to happen. So this is why some of the spells are more expensive than the others, you know, because you don't have a basic spell, then you got spells that have to be done on certain times and in a ritual manner. So if you get one spell done and it hits, but it don't hit as hard, come back, get another one done. So that way you're playing the game. Think of it as like you're playing a game on my page. Like you're gonna gamble. Oh, there's forms of gambling spiritually too. Be careful, spirit gambling with the wrong spirits and the wrong fucking practitioners, because you can gamble with your soul or something like that. They like to gamble. You know what I'm saying? Gambling is another thing. Gotta be careful when it comes to gambling in the spirit world. So yeah, you know, so I'm getting ready to cast, and I look at the wand. First thing it said, you should grab that, but I'm like, whatever. Why the wand falls off the fucking thing on the floor and rolls next to me? That's a spirit communicating to you. Oh shit! All right, you know what I'm saying? Because people forget that air is an element, is a spiritual element. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm starting to work with the 5 elements as well. You know what I'm saying? Not just the ancestral voodoo and that heavy stuff that you would normally, people have to be initiated for these things to get those secrets. You know what I'm saying? This is, but I don't, for some reason. I really don't. Well, we all know the reason why I wouldn't have to, but I don't. And so it just rolled, and I picked it up and was like, all right, here you go. You know what I'm saying? Just like when somebody's trying to attack you, pay attention to what breaks and what falls. You know what I'm saying? Something fall, something break or whatever. So yeah, so just take, when it comes to it, you know, it's a lot of different things like sirens. You feel me? A siren. Do y'all know what a siren is? A siren is a spiritual being. You feel me? They make a call. All right, everybody's messaging me at once. So that's what a siren is. You know what I'm saying? You hear sirens. It's different signs and symbols of things that's going on. You know what I'm saying? When it's around you. Look, it's a cat right here. Oh, let me show y'all. It's a cat right there. Look, black cat. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Silver van that's been parked there. I don't know whose it is. You know what I'm saying? Nothing happens by coincidence. So I'm saying sometimes they might make your enemy, who might be so close to you, you feel me? And they might drop some shit, you feel me? They might be, you know what I'm saying? So it'd be different when it comes to shadows, shadow self, people battling. I think we're gonna get more into spiritual warfare soon once I complete some spiritual missions and shit, and then things like that. Yeah, y'all got spiritual missions that y'all supposed to be going on. Y'all got spiritual journeys that y'all supposed to be going on. Sometimes it's just a matter of going to go journey and go do something outside of the ordinary that might help whatever spell you might get from me or somebody else. It might be, you know, stepping outside the comfort zone, stepping outside your own mental comfort zone to get these things happening for you. You know what I'm saying? So, any questions of anybody before I head out? Because I'm gonna be going energy. Yep. The 5th element. What's the 5th element? I believe what we got: earth, wind, fire, air. Wait, earth, wind. Wait, no, it's earth, fire, wind. Who's it? Earth. All right, that's the only 3 elements. And then you got spirit, and you got ether. Spirit and ether. So those are some of them. So I say the 5th element is ether, the soul. Water, ether, yep. Because I was about to say wind, but wind is air. So it's like they'll sometimes repeat that, wind, air. But yeah. So yeah, whenever y'all get some work from me done, it's just a matter of patience. You know what I'm saying? Patience, divinations, try to see. Because when magic, here's the thing about spell works, guys. When the spell does not hit its target, it redirects itself. And then if it doesn't hit that target again, it redirects itself again unless somebody comes and negates it or destroys it. So if you get a spell and it hasn't manifested fully yet, that means that it is finding its way around whatever, so to speak, bullshit you might have blocking it. You feel me? The spell, for me, I deal with time magic. So if I cast something, it might be at a specific point in time for you to get to that journey and have that happen, and then boom, that's when it happens. So it's just all a matter of those things like that. Any questions, anybody? Air, water, earth, fire, and ether. Yep, facts. So, y'all know what element the wand is. The wand is air. So, I got here with my feet in the dirt because I'm an earth sign. I'm an earth baby. But Lord of Earth kind of goes with the description. So yeah, y'all got any questions or anything? I've been on here for a little while. I try to go live every day, but sometimes, like I said, I just be busy. So, but abundance continuously flows to me as it does to you. You know what I'm saying? Currency flows to me. All those who get spells or anything for me, I always ask that you be blessed 15 times over what you have had to spend or sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? So I just appreciate every single one of y'all energy. I did miss y'all being stuck doing work, going back and forth, running to botanicas, running to various spots and places. And I do field work, you feel me? Like the work that's in the field. I'm not always in the house and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So hit me up. So yeah, y'all got any questions before I head out? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully we get back on track, kicking some higher level knowledge. But I've been wanting to get down to what the people really needs as far as right now, because we got a lot of people just talking about a bunch of higher level stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Got to take time for the little ones and the people who are just getting on this path to know about the elements and to learn about all these various things and stuff, and what to be aware of. You know what I'm saying? Because you got some people out there that can do some crazy shit. You don't know. You don't want to get caught lacking. So as you shine light on the more aspects of the self, you begin to notice the darker aspects. You know what I'm saying? You begin to notice, hey, you might have been a kid once and you might have had some dark ass desire to be like a serial killer or something like that. Or, you know what I'm saying? Or anything, you know what I'm saying? Just like how people want to grow up and be strippers or be darker shit. You know what I'm saying? These are your repressed nature, which you don't heal will cast a shadow. Whatever you ain't healing inside you, you know what I'm saying? When you do begin to shine a light on those aspects of yourself, then you start to see a shadow. So don't hesitate to hit me up. I think we're supposed to be on Brother Sakim's page sometime soon. Dropping videos on everybody. So I just appreciate everybody's energy for being here. You know what I'm saying? This is where our souls grow, not just our mind meets. My spell's always been when I get pissed and complain about it. Yeah, that happens to me too. That's because it's a test. It's a test. When you get mad and you're like, fuck it. That just might be that little bit of breakthrough energy. That might be, but it's also a test to see if you're calm or if you can negate it or you can just affirm yourself. So I used to do that too, but that's backlash. So anytime you get angry about a spell or something happening, it's backlashing on you. You need to learn how to negate that. So it's best to just affirm it and let what happens and read the signs. You know what I'm saying? Read the signs and stay cleansing yourself. Stay cleansing, stay meditating, just stay in a positive vibe, because you know what I'm saying, you got some spells that might redirect themselves for a while. I've lost clients because they couldn't be patient or wait. You know what I mean? They couldn't be patient and wait. They want right now results, and it's like, no, the universe. And when I'm doing my spells, I'm crafting a new reality for people. I'm crafting a new reality for whatever it is that you need to get done to happen. And sometimes it don't take, like I said, it don't take just one spell. It takes a cycle of ritual work and spells. So you have to, you feel me? That's why I say if you get a money spell from me, you feel me? Get a money spell, come back and get a bigger working. So that way you're playing the game properly. So that way you can level up at each level and get more and more and more and more and more. It's just like how I've noticed. I start off doing little work. I've been doing the repeated same thing, going to the crossroads every Monday. I just came back from the crossroads twice today. You feel me? Like twice at 3:33 in the morning and just not too long ago. So doing that every Monday, this is what devotional work is for. You're doing that every Monday. You're generating that energy all throughout the month. Every Monday you're going boom, 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 boom. And so you're starting to create a snowball effect and snowball effect. So I'm starting to notice that some people get spells and I'd have to cast them like 3, 4, 5, 7 different times. You feel me? For them to level up, because like I said, spells that are like 100 or something, that's for you to level up on my page, because my page is interactive. It has also, it's kind of like a game. Like I said, it's also kind of like a game. You know what I'm saying? Like you can travel to various places. When you come on my page, you can go to journeys to some of these places that I'll be talking about if it's available for you. You feel me? You just pay the toll fee and I'll take you there. You just got to be able to travel out your body in various places. So yeah, that devotional work and consistently doing something ritualistically, that's what a ritual is. But you have to know the difference between a spell, a ritual, and spiritual work, or a spell working. You feel me? Yeah, exactly. When you ask for money, you better have a business or they'll make you focus on growing something to make the money come in. Facts. Thank you, Alexis, so much. They will. That's why it's easier for people who are freelancers, who are psychics and stuff. This is what money spells and stuff are for. For people who are free of any constrictions, because money can flow any which way. You know what I'm saying? Any which way. If the money, if you've only got one job, if you've only got a job and you work in a system, how's that money going to get to you besides your regular paycheck? You know what I'm saying? Then they might start trying to look for other ways to get you. So, all right, you want a promotion now? You know what I'm saying? Because the magic is trying to hit its target to fully manifest. So that's how it kind of goes, because I'm learning exactly how spells work. I'm seeing how they work up close and personal, you know what I'm saying, from both hands. So you have to know, you know what I'm saying? Because you could just do that same thing over and over and over and over again. Just like I go put a penny down, you feel me? Every time, boom, boom, boom. And each time I do it, knowing how the subconscious works, is the subconscious is a creature of the consciousness habit. So if I want to change something, I'll do that same thing of that cycle, alter one thing about it, and change it again. Change it again. Alter one thing about it, change it again. Just like when I was having backlashes and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Would get into some type of altercation or whatever, until I learned how to negate that problem by changing my emotion or changing my attitude. So it's like, all right, now I know. So when it comes to me, like he said, I get frustrated. Well, change that, alter that, and then now you can create the same thing, but keep doing the same thing over and over again. A spell is cast one time. A spell working is something that is a spell that is ongoing and progressing. A ritual is something that is done, that you pay for somebody to do so many days or so many weeks or so many months continuously to keep that energy flowing to where it sticks to your reality. All right. And then you got fixes, and fixes is just like something small that you're trying to fix into the reality. And then you got spiritual work. Spiritual work is saying that I'm going to come to this person. I need this practitioner to work for me for a year to get my desire done. I'm going to pay this practitioner XYZ amount of money that they want or that they require for that. So this is why you can come to somebody and they'll, like a babalawo or something, and they'll be like, oh, it's $4,000. Or you can come to me and be like, oh, it's $1,500. Although it may seem like it's a lot, you're paying for somebody that has to take a year worth of their time to continuously do the same working over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And then you have ceremonial work. So ceremonial work is when you have to do something ceremonially. That means you have an entourage of spirits and stuff like that. That's like a wedding or something. That's ceremonial work. You know what I'm saying? So learn the various different things about that. Mm-hmm. Thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? A spell is like cooking a quick, you know what I'm saying? That's microwave. You know what I'm saying? That's popcorn magic when you wanted like a quick spell. All right, that's popcorn magic. That shit gonna work for like 3, 4, 7 weeks, a couple months. If the practitioner knows how to extend the length of the spell, then you know what I'm saying? Or how, you know what I'm saying, how to input that type of energy into the matrix for them to do those things. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I just thank everybody for their positive energy today, their positive attitudes. So yeah, hit me up if y'all need any spell workings, things like that. We're still growing more stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just crafting new things. If you need something specifically for you, let me know. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I got any questions before I go? Because it's getting cold out here. I should be having the spell bags coming back soon, since the place that the Botanica I'm working with, not at with, we're working with, they have roots and stuff now. So now I can make spell bags or customize these things for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Or if you need a spell kit sent to you, all right, this is what I need. Can I perform that spell myself? Is there any way you can get a spell kit for me? Or can I get a spell kit? And how much is it? That works too. If you don't want me to cast it for you, you want your own energy, then I'll go grab everything. But you have to just pay the price for it. So any questions, y'all? Because it's cold. My feet. It's cold. I've been sitting here earthing my feet, touching my feet on the cold concrete. I mean, not concrete, the cold earth, dirt. So I'm gonna go take another spiritual cleanse. Go cleanse myself, get myself better. I don't even take regular baths now. I just switch my whole lifestyle to spiritual soap, spiritual lotion, spiritual shit, water, everything spiritual. Everything won't catch me lacking. So any questions, y'all, before I go? Don't forget to hit me up for reading, spell workings, past life regressions. Take advantage, guys, of the star seed price. The star seed prices dropped down to, I think, like what, 50? Get inside. We appreciate you. It ain't nothing. I'm from the Bay. We're usually cold. Anyway, so all right. Well, I appreciate y'all too. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. I'll see y'all tomorrow. So this whole week, I'm trying to make to it that I do it. You know what I'm saying? So tomorrow, probably do some reading sessions or whatever, or it could be in a little bit. How do you properly use runes? I can't tell you how to properly use your runes. You know what I'm saying? I only know how I am guided to use my runes. So there's really no proper way. You gotta kind of have your own unique system or style. Facts. So I ain't catching no cold. I'm cool. Thanks though. But it's been fun. I'm in love. I'm in love with someone special. So and then yeah, not all the time are y'all paying just me to do some working. If it's a ceremony or something, it's gonna be probably me, my girlfriend, or other people in my group, or coven that has to cast a spell, because I have a coven pretty much of people and family or tribes and stuff. I wouldn't necessarily call it coven because I'm not a witch. I'm a witch doctor. My girlfriend had to explain that to me. She's like, you're a witch doctor, right? I'm like, I'm not a witch. I know that. I'm a witch doctor. That means I'm the doctor that witches go to when they're fucked up. I specialize in taking off shit from other witches on witches. So it's like, that's pretty much how that works. So I guess I'm gonna head out. Any more questions before I go? Or y'all can hit up the inbox too. You know what I'm saying? So let me know. I don't mind asking simple questions, but if it's something that requires me to use my energy, or my abilities to get you an answer or something like that, then that's when I have to charge you, because it's like, all right, you're asking me to use my ability that I use, you know what I'm saying, to do things, to do it. So, all right, well, peace, guys. I love y'all spirits and y'all souls too, man. You know what I'm saying? We all go back dimensionally like 4 flats on a Cadillac. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Ugh. river stretch, just relax, Akuna Matata, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Even when people are trying you magically, just relax. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors got it. They take care of you. You know what I'm saying? And there's no rest indeed for the wicked. The spiritual bae, yeah, she's awesome. Me and her be at the Botanicas and stuff. Like, we be doing it. You know what I'm saying? Then we got the other rest of the crew too. We got like a couple other casters and stuff that's around here that I've met. So it's been great. You know what I'm saying? But if I have to have them do work, they should be paid for the work that they have to do. So that is Gathering Earth. Gathering Earth is gathering Earth's magicians. It was gathering Earth's children, but that's going to be to protect children who are being what is it, ritualistically abused. So Gathering Earth Children Company is going to be specifically magicians set forth to protect those using their magic, which is also going to be a form of guardians. Guardians is going to be pretty much the online version of all of us, and we're pretty much going to be like pretty much using our magic to kind of go at people who are doing things like that. So we get like a list of niggas off of Megan's Law or whatever, and we're gonna go put death spells on these niggas for touching children. And so it's got various workings that I'm working on to help the community. So it's just trial and error though on doing it. You know what I'm saying? Making sure everything is what works, what doesn't work before I get students who are like, all right, let's go. We about to go knock off some pedophiles and rapists and shit. You know what I'm saying? Get these niggas off out of here. So, the peace, love, and harmony to all of you. Hit me up if y'all need any type of spiritual work done, and I'm going to go ahead and go in the house. All right, peace.